But time for one last treat. PJ Harvey, Polly Harvey, will play us out in a moment with The Community of Hope from her #1 album, The Hope 6 Demolition Project. We talked a little bit earlier this morning and I asked about the background to this very unusual protest song.
Working closely with the photographer Seamus Murphy, who'd done a lot of travelling all his life as a photojournalist, I began to travel with him. And the first country we went to was Kosovo. We also went to Afghanistan. And then we thought for a long time about what would be another country to visit before we felt we'd finished a project of an album and also actually a book. It became a book called The Hollow of the Hand. But we decided that Washington, D.C. felt like the right place to go to tie up the ends.
So why is the obvious question?
Well, a lot of the decisions were made there that affected Afghanistan, affected Kosovo, but it was also a nice place to go back. And I, as a writer, was just trying to almost look at the similarities that I could find rather than the differences. And we ended up spending most of our time in a part of Washington, D.C. called Anacostia, which is south of the river. A very poor part, very run-down neighbourhood. And I talked to a lot of the people there. We spent about a week on the streets talking to people, listening to what they had to say. And I just collected notes as a journalist might.
It's interesting, you talk about yourself now as a journalist as much as a protest writer. Do the two go together for you? You're out there bringing people's stories back.
I still call myself a songwriter, really. I mean, I gather information for songs, and my biggest drive in my life is to want to sing to people. That's the way I get across the things that interest me and the things that concern me.
So we're now going to hear a song from the album. Take it away, Polly. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Here's the Hope 6 Demolition Project, stretching down to Benning Road, a well-known pathway of death, at least that's what I'm told. And here's the one sit-down restaurant in Ward 7 Nice. Okay, now this is just drug town, just zombies, but that's just life in the community of hope. The community of hope. The community of hope. The community of hope. Hope, hope, hope. Here's the highway to death and destruction. South Capitol is its name. And the school just looks like a hole. Does that look like a nice place? Here's the old mental institution, now the Homeland Security base. And here's God's Deliverance Center, a deli called MLK in the community of hope.